Hello, the goal of this video is to help walk through how to use the dynamic study modules for your course coming up in marketing. So what you'll do is under your assignments area, you'll find that when available, your dynamic study module will show up as an assignment. Please pay attention to the due date that will be listed on the left-hand side because that will be when this closes out and you won't be able to impact your grade after that time frame. So whenever you're ready, you'll click on the actual assignment to open it up. If you click and nothing happens, please check your pop-up blocker. What the dynamic study modules will do is going to take you through sets of questions that are tied back to the actual content in your textbook, and it's going to be ranking your confidence along the way. The way that you'll do this is that first you'll get a grouping of 6 to 8 questions to start. You'll notice that I can get some directions right here, but what this is telling me is if I'm unsure, I only click it once. I can click up to 2 answers and be unsure, or if I'm confident it's the right answer, then I'll double click it, like this. Then you'll click Submit. You'll notice that we get some feedback, but not that much to start. This is done intentionally. You'll find that after I go through a set of questions is when I'll actually review and get more feedback. So I'm going to continue to go through this to progress forward. At any point if you're stumped, please feel free to use your textbook because, again, this is something tied back to the content that you should be reading in preparation for class. Now, at one point, I will get to this part called Learn. That's when I've finished my first set of questions. You also notice that I got something correct and confident. This is going to be taking out questions as we move forward based on my confidence level and my accuracy being correct. So first you'll see that we'll click Go Learn. At this point now, we're going to review the questions we just went through. So you'll see that at the right-hand side, you're going to see the correct answers and the answers that you submitted. Then if you scroll down, you'll see also some more context behind why the right answer is the right answer and more about this idea of perfect pure competition in this case. You'll progress forward, being able to review each of the questions that you've already answered. Once I've completed my review, you're going to see that it's going to launch a new grouping of questions. So now I'm going to go back through and continue to answer. Now, as I answer something confidently and correctly, that is considered a mastery of a question or concept. We will begin to take out those questions that you get correct and confident, and so your question pool will begin to get smaller and smaller. I'm going to continue to work forward. You'll also see that as I continue to do this and start to master questions, in the future, my question sets are going to get smaller and smaller. So because I'm not really mastering anything, you can see I still had to go through another 8 questions. Now at the top, at any point after your first set of questions, you can always look at your progress, your accuracy, and how much time is estimated to complete this module. You can see my accuracy is pretty low just because I've been continuing to get questions wrong. Out of a total of 20 questions that I'll see, I've only mastered 1 of those questions. So you'll see that I still have a lot of work to do to get a higher grade in this attempt. So I could go back, review, and then relaunch it again. Now, after you've finished that one set of questions at the very beginning and gone through a review, at any point you could choose to leave the module. So if I click Return and then close my window, you're going to see that back on the main screen, there is now a score associated with my attempt. I've only gotten a 5%. Again, that's tied back to the fact that I've only really mastered 1 out of those 20 questions in this question set. So I could go back, open it up at a later time, and continue question sets to improve my score. The way that you improve your score, again, is by being confident and correct. Now you see it picked up right where I left off, which was in that review session. And then if I click Next, it would progress me forward. Again, you'll see all this information is the same. So you could continue to come back and forth if you'd like up until the due date. Once that due date passes, though, whatever the grade is on the far right-hand score or side is going to be actually what's locked in as your grade. So please keep that in mind if you're trying to make sure that you get a high grade in this area. If you have any questions, please let us know. Best of luck this semester and good luck with the dynamic study modules.